Well, that was awfully dramatic, wasn't it?
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hey guys, what's poppin'? Welcome back to Chill's. Look, my brain, FYI, disclaimer, get it in early, my brain is melted. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Benfica 1, Chelsea 4 after extra time. Disclaimer, I fell asleep after the freaking weather storm warning. I watched 86 minutes of what I thought was a good game, a good performance from Chelsea against the good side in Benfica. And they did for the 7th ruddy time this tournament. How the heck are America equipped to host the World Cup next summer? Because they just stop games all the time. Some delayed for hours, multiple hours, everyone just walks away. And look, I'm guessing it's legitimate safety protocol, that makes sense, but this is ridiculous, bro. Anyway, I fell asleep. Did I miss anything? Of course, I've watched everything that's happened since, and I've seen all the the context. And if I've missed anything, feel free to correct me down in the comment section below. But that was just as I thought. We were doing it all fine. Everything was in the bag. We made loads of substitutions to the B team players. Just to see it over the line in the final few minutes. It's just legs. And of course there was a massive delay because of the weather warning. And then Maresca sends out his team after Benfica have had a huge rest. And it's not the same. So I can understand why Maresca was fuming. I can also understand why everyone was fuming at this referee. I thought he was terrible. I thought the penalty he gave away was incredibly soft. Of course, he gave a red card for a second yellow to one of their players. It was spicy. It was entertaining. And it was passionate. Mate, try and tell people like, your Arsenal fans, your Liverpool fans of this world, your Man United fans, no one cares about the Club World Cup. It's only the South Americans. Look at these players. Look at Enzo Maresca throughout this game. Even in the 90 minutes when generally was going very well and we were playing well, he was losing his mind on the touchline. He was in agony, stressful agony. He couldn't. It was like watching, the episode of The Red Wedding when that first aired on Game of Thrones. It was intense, emotional reaction. Another reference. I'm trying to put in pop culture references. I did a Monty Python one the other day. It was well received. So there's a Game of Thrones one. We'll do more as we go. Guys, thank you so much for joining me as always. Very happy to have you here. I've not long since been awake. I have got a coffee here. So I'm going to be sipping on this. And I'm going to be talking to you about what happened. It's a lovely Picasso mug, which I got from France somewhere. Yeah, man, so we're going to get into it. We're going to look at the stats and all of it. Look, Benfica knocked out Bayern Munich. And they took it really seriously. They are a good team. They've obviously got Di Maria, who is a great player. But we are Chelsea. We are getting better. And I'm going to show you the stats, the timeline. We're going to walk through it. It was incredibly hot, of course, in the stadium in America. And then they got some clouds and they got scared of the clouds. Look. Yeah, I'll jump into it, show you some stats. By the way, the kit, I really like this home kit. I haven't bought it. I've bought the, hold on. The away kit. It's not hung up on the rack with all the others. It's out of focus. It is a thing of beauty. I love it. Too hot to be wearing it right now because I'm just sweating my gonads off in my office despite it being 6:30 a.m. Yes, man. Just spicy stuff. Sorry about this being a little bit darker. There's no natural light. Can we just help? No. Never mind. This was our lineup. It was interesting, slightly different in nothing different about Rob Sanchez being in goal. Reece James sort of playing. He's playing as a back three, right centre back in a three, as you can see there. Levi Colwill, central centre back, passionate as always. Benoit Badiashile, who made some mistakes but did some stuff right. I was getting a mixed reviews on my halftime Instagram live show. And then Kukurea playing as a conventional left back. So this is really interesting. He was not inverting into defensive central midfield. He was not inverting into the left pocket. He was ostensibly playing as a left wing back. which is a really interesting thing. This is systemically different. Played very well, of course. And he did that to accommodate Cole Palmer, who was predominantly playing in the left pocket, but as you can see there, still had a kind of a free role. Got an assist in the end, a good performance in the end, a battling and emotional performance from Cole Palmer like everyone else, you know, getting involved with the bookings. And Moises Caicedo playing well, of course, as well, also getting assists. But really, rather frustratingly, of course, his yellow, and this was before all the emotional extra time stuff, he got a needless yellow card, which means he will be suspended for our quarter-final meeting against Palmeiras. And, of course, Esteban Willian, the young teenager Chelsea player that in a matter of days, probably as soon as they get knocked out, hopefully in a matter of days, when they get knocked out by Chelsea, he'll just hop on the Chelsea bus. We'll dunk on Palmeiras, say thank you very much. And we're going to take your star boy now. We're going to take your prodigal child and just like yank him away from the bosom of Palmeiras and stick him on the Chelsea bus. Excuse me while I sip coffee. God, I need that. Hook it to my veins, man. Romeo Lavia. He's going to be an important player in the next round. Doesn't look like him in that little picture. He didn't play. He didn't play the 90 minutes. He didn't come on when the game was resumed. He was on to complete his first ever 90 minutes for Chelsea. It was looking good. But yeah, the meme goes on. No 90 minutes for Chelsea. Maybe had the game not been suspended due to bad weather, he would have gone the distance, man. Vice Capitano Enzo Fernandez, probably not having his best game. Similarly, Liam Delap, I'll talk about him a little bit as well, because he did do some good runs, he did some good play, and he executed a really good finish after rounding the goalkeeper from offside. And then, yeah, of course, Pedro Neto scoring a really important goal late on and playing pretty darn well in, as I say, 90 minutes. The 87 minutes that I meticulously covered. Right, so should we look at... Let's look at this some stats then, shall we, here? In fact, we're going to look at... Oh, we can't look at we can't look at the 90 minutes. First half, Chelsea had 61% possession. One big chance, 7 shots to their 2, dominant from Chelsea. Second half, really, really good. Similar possession with 7 shots. They did get a big chance in there towards the end. But generally, in terms of play holistically, Chelsea were dominant. Of course, if you take an extra time, we completely dominated. 5 times the big chances they had. 22 shots to their 8. And, of course, they made more goalkeeper saves. Probably worth mentioning now, their goalkeeper, Trubin, made a lot of saves. In the 85 minutes, he's made like 5 good saves, or maybe even more in just the 84. Before the game was suspended, he was looking really, really good. And the only thing that was stopping us from sort of comfortably winning that game at that point was 2 things. Was their goalkeeper, Trubin, and the referee. Sorry, I had to pause to drink my coffee. I'm not going to keep making you guys watch me. By the way, of course, we've signed Jamie Gittins, or at least we've got the Here We Go. I have, of course, reacted to it on this channel. And we looked at his stats one final time to talk to you about who we've signed and why he's good, with a little bit of João Pedro as well. We might do a little bit more as time goes on. But yeah, go check that out. So I'm going to walk you through the timeline of what really happened in this chicken oriental game. Nothing in the first half, apparently. I don't know when he did it, but I'll say it now. There was an offside goal where Liam Delap takes the ball. He makes lots of good runs, Liam Delap. He's not found anywhere near enough, which is frustrating. He takes out wide, he rounds the keeper, and he finishes beautifully with a tight angle, but he's about a shoulder offside. And that's the kind of stuff we can expect to see. He's a proper striker. I'm quite happy with what I've seen. He's playing well. He'll need to get better, but we also need to get better in finding him, which will happen over time, of course. Now, of course, see a few cards. That's very, very, 15 minutes into the second half. Argumenting as well. Getting a yellow card for dissent for, your best player this season to not feature in the quarterfinal is really, really frustrating from Caicedo. But then Reece James scores that free kick. I think it's possibly won by Cole Palmer as well, which is significant, I'd say, winning dangerous free kicks. But it's all about Chelsea's captain, Reece James. The audacity that far out, and it's far out. On the far left-hand side of the pitch, he looks at what the goalkeeper's doing. By the way, a goalkeeper that had been in scintillating form at this point, and just absolutely tucks it in the bottom left-hand corner underneath the goalkeeper's right side. And he tucks it away beautifully. It's an amazing goal. A lovely treat for the 25,000 fans attending that game. Look at what this boy can do. What else can you say about Reece James? We've seen him score worldy free kicks. He's done it again. He's looking more and more like a captain, certainly on the pitch. Maybe a bit quite off, as we've spoken about before, but this, you know, what matters most is he leads your team to war and he does stuff like that. And boy, did he do it. We see, let's take you back to the timeline then. The timeline, sounding very Marvel and multiverse, multiverse universe? You know what I mean. Badia Shield gets an injury. It's okay, though, because Tosin Adarabioyo comes on, the boy. Belotti! Another one of these Club World Cup experiences. Oh, that's where he is. Andrea Belotti. Of course, we were linked to him for a while. Does the Rooster celebration when he scores, which is great fun. I was quite keen on us signing him for Torino for a while, but they wanted 80 million euros, so they could sign... Oh, nearly swore. It's early in the morning. I nearly went full Instagram there. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Yeah, so Belotti didn't want to see the Rooster today. Unfortunately, we didn't. And of course, this is a really key moment because we're like, right, 10 minutes to go. Yeah, 10 minutes to go. We're looking good. We're leading for an amazing goal, which means Benfica have to open up a little bit more. They're hot. They're tired. They've been running around for 80 minutes. Maresca, make your move. Bring on the B team. It's like the A-Team theme tune, but out of tune slightly because it's the B team. Another pop culture reference. So Reece James off for Malo Gusto. More on him later. Liam Delap, your only true number 9 for Christopher Nkunku, a player that we thought was completely cooked. More on him later. And of course, Enzo Fernandez off for Dewsbury Hall. More on him later. No effing wonder why Maresca is fuming, and he's been sweating his gonads off on the touchline, going mental every chance, every missed chance, the goal, of course, the amazing Reece goal. And he's like, right, I can put my players on that are just going to run and see these last few minutes out because it's fine. No, it's not fine. The clouds come over and they can't play 4 minutes of a football match. I'm not a weather person. There might have been legitimate catastrophic danger around. So, naive, ignorant me might be stupid saying this, but it seemed darn right ruddy ridiculous. Just play the extra few minutes, get the game done. We're going to be okay. Right? Wrong! Freaking match suspended, and regrettably Yannick falls asleep. Though, I did wake up at 4:30, I watched everything, and I couldn't really get back to sleep because I was sweating my gonads off. But here I am drinking coffee and delivering you my match review. Yeah, man, so there's a few changes. The game starts again, a few changes. Lavia doesn't make his 90 minutes for the first time. Trevoh Chalobah comes on for him, which is actually interesting because I want to see Gusto plays in midfield. There you go. Dewsbury Hall plays in midfield as well, not as a right winger. Christo probably as a striker, you'd imagine. And yeah, what does Chalobah play? Yeah, Chalobah sort of, he looks like he plays right centre back there. Is that right centre back or is that right defensive central midfield? Interesting. Probably, yeah, probably. And now Renan Sulmino comes on. Lovely stuff. Doesn't really do anything there. Yeah, look, obviously the game starts again. And in the 95th minute, 90 minute plus 5 minutes in stopping time, the end of the game, there's a goal given, a penalty given, because Nicolas Otamendi kicks the ball and Gusto is jumping in the box. His arm's up. It's behind him. He looks back and the ball's hit him. I think it's ball so-and-so. I think it's ball. He's not even looking at it. I mean, it's a little bit naive from Gusto jumping in the box. And that moment in that time of the game after you've generally been the better side. Is nothing short of excuse me, very upsetting, frustrating, especially coming off the bench. We'll speak about player performances in isolation. But yeah, and Di Maria, as a, you know, he's a classy operator, and he puts it down the middle. He waits for Rob Sanchez to move. Prestiani gets a yellow for, I think, the celebration, which is pertinent. Because 2 minutes, because obviously we're going to extra time, everyone's fuming, because it's pertinent, because only just as the game restarts, there is a foul on Colwell, and he comes in, and Cole Palmer pushes him, fouling him. He gets a second yellow, gets sent off. He starts arguing. Cole pushes him. Cole immediately gets booked. Love it. Cole getting involved with the spiciness. And it was hella spicy. It was great fun. It's great fun. It's lovely stuff. He gets sent off. So at least now for the entirety of extra time, Chelsea are a player up. And yeah, man, it's the first half, additional time. We're still level. So we've got 10 minutes to stop this becoming a lottery with penalties. And boy, do we do it! Do we ruddy do it? And Christopher Nkunku in the 108th minute. He played, from what, again, correct me in the comments, but from his cameo looked pretty darn good. This whole time, I'm like, what are we doing here? What is Nkunku doing here? Like, he should be in a shop window somewhere. Why are we risking injury? What is he doing here? He doesn't want to be here. But I tell you what, he looked like he wanted to be here there. I'm not saying he wants to stay at Chelsea. He recognises Delap's just come in, you know, Joao Pedro's might come, and Jackson's there, and yada yada yada, and Mark Gu, and has probably been more favoured over for him as an actual striker. But not only did he look good with his runs and how he played in this game, and actually he knew his teammates. The finish, it's a goal-mouth scramble where it looks like he doesn't get his body the right side of the ball to shoot, and there's no time in his players, but he instinctively, and I've been saying this since the day we signed Christopher Nkunku, and this is not me saying we should keep him, this is just like respect on his name. He is an elite instinctive finisher. I've said it from day one. So he's the only guy that will try an overhead kick in the team. He scores headers, despite being quite diminutive. He scores really good bullet headers, and he scores really good goals. And that finish is a demonstration of an instinctive goal scorer, because he knows players are everywhere. He's looking at the ball. He knows he has to go up. He goes over the defender and executes a beautiful goal, a beautiful finish to put Chelsea ahead in the second half of extra time. A deserved, situation. Caicedo still on the pitch. Obviously he played the whole game because he was suspended for the next game, so obviously the gaffer kept him on. He assists Neto, really good goal on the break. Plays through Neto. I think Neto's breaking with Palmer or Dewsbury. Is Palmer gone off at this point? No, Palmer's still on. Palmer or Dewsbury was breaking, I forget. And he can either square it or finish it. He finishes it beautifully. Game done. Thank you very much. 3-1 Chelsea against the 10 men of Benfica. It's been spicy. It's been, aggressive. It's been controversial. Awful refereeing. There's the third goal. And for a little bit of fun, a little bit of lovely cherry on the icing on the cake, as Martin Tyler would say, Cole Palmer gets a goal involvement playing through Dewsbury Hall, who again finishes wonderfully to make it 4-1 to the Chelsea in the 117th minute. And then Anselmino comes on for the Bants. My giddy aunt, then. Should we talk about it? We have been talking about it for the last 18, 19 minutes. Rob Sanchez in goal. He's done some really bad errors in the 90th minutes. He couldn't do it. I mean, he got mugged off on the penalty, but, better goalkeepers will get mugged off by Angel Di Maria on the penalty. He's been fine. He just doesn't ever emit confidence, and he did silly passes. He did a throw out to an opposition player early on, just stuff you just shouldn't be doing as a Chelsea goalkeeper. But respect on his name while he's part of these wins. I just have profiled him as an eminently replaceable figure in the Chelsea goal. Reece James, captain, leader, super free kick goal scorer. Jesus, my brain. Great performance. Similarly, Cucurella playing holding the width, operating on the left, playing ostensibly as a left wing back. He's just the boy, isn't he, Cucurella? He'll do whatever you want, and he'll do it well, and he'll defend well. He'll attack well, he'll crash the box well, and he'll wind up the opposition well, which is very, very Chelsea as well. Badiashile frustrated some Chelsea fans, but I think it was fine. He did some good stuff, he did some bad stuff. Will he stay, will he go? I don't know. I mean, certainly, obviously, Disassy's the first one out the door, and we'll see with Badiashile. Colwell, I think he was good. I think Colwell's been getting better since the last sort of 3 months of playing for Chelsea. He's been getting way better. I love how he gets involved with the spice. I think Romeo Lavia is good as well. We're going to need him now in the second round. Who knows who's going to partner him? Maybe Enzo will drop deeper. Maybe we'll see Dario Sugo start, which we'll feel... Or even Santos against this Brazilian side, even though Maresca himself says he sees Santos as a Fernandes replacement. Fernandes not his greatest game, but he's been playing really, really well for us lately, so he's fine. Great from Neto. I love Neto. I know he scored the goal, but he even before the goal, like he made 3 key passes in this game. Completed the majority of his crosses, won the majority of his duels. 1 out of 1 aerials. Possession lost 11's fine, especially in that amount of time played, 120 minutes. A really great performance. Palmer, similarly, he was left pocket, wasn't overly pleased about it, but 3 key passes. I don't like this much, not a single accurate cross and only 1 long ball, but he did create 2 big chances, 3 shots, and he was a warrior on the pitch. He got an assist. He actually got a player of the match here on SofaScore, as you can see out there. And Liam Delap, of course, the lowest rated Chelsea player on the day that featured. I think he looked okay, actually. Of course, he's got a goal and an assist already for Chelsea. Had he just the run started just a few seconds, like a few milliseconds earlier, he would have scored a proper striker's goal with that running through, rounding the keeper and tucking it away from a tight angle. Obviously goal line automated offside technology. Jesus, my brain. You could see he was only a little bit offside, and it was really, really good, really. Other than that, so I'm quite pleased with him. Let me know what you think. We are through to the quarterfinals to face Palmeiras and Esteval without Moises Caicedo, though. Although Nico Jackson will be back, and I have a feeling he might start. Just because it's not a full week's rest. Delap's played a lot of football, especially 120 minutes here. Jackson will be chomping at the bit. He'll fancy himself against the Palmeiras side that will come to play, spacing behind. I think Jackson will start. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge as it comes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope to see you back here soon. Peace.